Ford Electric Motor Division, General Motors Corporation, Maintenance Instruction Pressure Control Switch Type 9012, Maintenance Instruction 5512, Revision A. Introduction, Locomotive Application Pressure Control Switch, Figure 1, U of the monetary main, reserve the air pressure for the U of the which for the switch for the designated with the pressure control switch, CCS switch, means the reservoir pressure fails below the lower level set with the switch picks up the cuff of the air compressor to low the compressor pumps with the upper reservoir air until the upper limit of the switch is reached. The reservoir pressure reach for the upper limit of the switch drop out, causing the compressor to unload. In this way, the switch acts with the regulated device of the maintained reservoir pressure at some established level, and that's the compressor control switch. These switches also use the non-locomotive with the application power, marine, and industrial products. Figure 1 shows the pressure control switch. Description: pressure control switch. Figure 2 consists of the electrical switch actuated pressure sensitive bellows assembled with a spring-loaded leverage electrical switch provided 2 sets with the contacts one normally open, one normally closed, rated at 15 ampere to 115 volt DC. This switch is actuated and linkage contained with a dust-free steel gauge. Alright, 1 is a gasket, 2 is the internal range adjustment, 3 is the differential adjusting screw, 4 is the calibration nut, 5 is the bellows assembly, and 6 is the snap switch. Adjustment. Changes in switch operation limited made with a varying spring preloaded linkage arm with adjustment accessible for the front cover of the switch. Remove the 2 adjustment provided with the type of the switch over the range adjustment. Determine the dropout with a low pressure point with the setting of the which for the switch goes back to the original before being actuated position. Range dropout low pressure point. Determine the range adjustment nut with the left with increase the period of the range spring cuff with the dropout with the switch at higher relative to the pressure. To lower dropout point. Turn with the nut with the right with the basic range of the spring act for the junction with the bellows with the expert with the greatest influence for the operating range. Differential adjustments of the upper pressure point with the pickup of the switch. This is with the setting with the which initially respond with the specific rising of the pressure adjustment. Shuffle the balance chain with the differential between the low setting range adjustment and the high setting with the differential is increased with the preload with the differential spring with which cover the greater force with the exerted with the opposition switch. Pick up the greater opposition necessitates the high pressure to overcome the spring force. Pickup switch to the rate for the pickup of the pressure point with the turn with the differential adjustment. Screws clockwise with the lower pickup pressure with the point with the turn the screw counterclockwise. Note with the range adjustment be covered. The influence for the differential setting should be set first. Adjusting pressure control switch. Check for the adjustment. The simultaneously operating cycle of the switch does not perform satisfactorily with the range. The differential adjustment cycle should be repeated until the switch is correctly adjusted. Maintenance inspection of the pressure control switch is designed and manufactured to ensure the long life trouble-free operation. Inspection should be limited with the intervals prescribed with the scheduled maintenance instruction. Air compressor difficulties arise. All of the other possible source of the trouble should be investigated before distributing settings with the pressure control switch. If all of the operation switches suspected should be removed with the locomotive for bench testing. A suitable test setup is shown in Figure 3. Replacement sub-assembly of the electrical switch. Electrical snap switch. Basic contact mechanism must be replaced. Cover the unit of the tolerance switch construction. Cover the sum of the variation actuation pump with individual switch variation must be considered whenever the electrical switch is replaced to compensate for the difference if it's necessary to. And shows a bench test setup of the pressure control switch. Pressure control switch. Air reserve 110 cubic inches in capacity, equivalent master gauge accuracy of half a pound or minus plus or minus with the prescribed setting off switch. Exhaust overpressure regulator 0 to 200 pounds. Spring range of the half pound sensitive to the 1/4 inch 3/8 or 2 3/8 inch pipe or tubing 150 pound air supply. Hard established with the correspondence between the switch actuation movement to the bellows of the backplate. Remove the backplate. Remove the switch operating screw with adjust the 50,000 inch hexagon L and key with adjust the made with the turning screw with it into the clockwise direction. Review them back with one turn beyond with the point where it switches trips. Note the adjustment must be made with the switch operating lever the lowest position, no pressure on the bellows. Bellows assembly be replaced with the unit. The bellows assembly replaced with the new assembly calibrated with the pressure range switch. Movement of the bellows must be synchronized with the actuation of the electrical switch. Note that the pressure range of each switch is specified with the nameplate. After the new name of the bellows has been installed, switch calibration carried without calibration nut shown in Figure 2 with the calibrations nut is adjusted. The range adjustment must be moved to the minimum preload position when the lowest switch dropout setting with the effect of the remove of the range adjustment with the system allows the bellows allowing to dictate with the dropout point with the range adjustment minimum position. Turning calibration nut down to left to right lower range dropout setting. Conversely, move the nut up to right to left with raising the range dropout setting. Calibration nut should be manipulated to the following pressure point is agreement with the minimum range is shown on the nameplate. Once the setting has been established, no further calibration adjustment is necessary. modification, compressor synchronization, modification in order. The same pressure control switch provides compressor synchronization of units. Multiple unit operation switches are connected so that all the air compressor locomotive can simply synchronize the discharge of the air with respect to the main reserves when the main reserve air pressure is any one of the unit drops to a low pressure switch setting on the switch. Dual pressure control switch figure 4 is also available. The second switch element is added. Figure 4 shows the modified pressure control switch at the back of the original switch for the purpose of the additional switch and element to provide another set of contacts control equivalent to multiple operations, such as several air compressors operating synchronously in locomotive consists one over the air compressor reach for the upper limit of dual switch setting. It will cease loading even another compressor that will consist of sensitive loading lower reserve pressure condition. The dual feature prevents continued popping of the main reserve safety valve. Note when adjustments are made for the single switch, the settings are made automatically for the dual switch. Alright, that was Electric Motor Division, General Motors Corporation Maintenance Instruction Pressure Control Switch Type 9012, Main Instruction 5512A, Revision A.